Live is a mystery, and as such, this stream is a one too. Not just for you, but for me as well. Because I was preparing for a Framecast today, but there's no Framecast today. Framecast will be another time. So we're here with another stream, and we kind of finished Cyberpunk. So I'm kind of like, wow. I love this period of the start of the year where like no games are really being pushed out. I'm trying to download Anthem right now on my Xbox, but at the same time, Sea of Thieves also had an update. Don't know if we're going to be able to play any of those. That said, Anthem is closing down. Anthem is shutting down or not. We don't know. It might also just be rebuilding itself. That is what EA is deciding on this week. That was one of the topics of the Framecast. Basically, what is going on right now is that EA needs to decide, can we put some money into Anthem and make it something new that people like, or are we going to shut it down? Because we have 30 people working on this. Apparently the dev team is not all that big, especially not compared to Warframe. I think Warframe's up to like 200. So they will not be able to like build out anything. However, so if they want to do that, they have to invest again. So that is something curious, and I really don't know how to feel about it, because on the one hand, I think Anthem is a bit of a weird thing. I don't know. Anthem is up there. It's like, I pre-ordered it, and it was a pretty shitty game, and I think that a lot of things could have been prevented if people were just a little bit honest there, but at the same time, I don't want to see it dying out entirely. I don't know. I really don't know. What's up, Blaze? Steph, how's it going? How are you doing? How's the pub coming along? How's your English pub coming along? I saw you and Jen were like exchanging a lot of pictures and ideas and conversation today. You saw the update? Yeah, I've been following it a little bit. I was doing a lot of work today. I was expecting a Framecast, so we're not doing a Framecast now. But it looks good, man. Like, seriously. Let's see if I can I throw this open here? Yeah, there you go. It is pretty insane to me, like, how very quickly you've been able to, like, throw this together. Because I, like, again, like, as I said... oh, fuck. Why is this not showing properly? There we go. As I said, like, I think yesterday or something, where it's like, you just started out, like, with Blender, like, just a couple of months ago? Like, not that long ago. So, it is coming together so well. And, honestly, it looks really, really, really cool. Fastly, yes, weeks pause. Dude, compared to, like, most people, like, will probably not really advance with, like, their skills in Blender in a few weeks. I mean, my skills in Blender haven't really progressed in, like, all my life. I think I've installed it at one point, and I opened it up, and I was like, that looks curious, and I never used it again. But yeah, look at the one with the yellow light. Let's see, is that this one right here? Or not, let's see. It's down, it's further down. There's a white light there, white light there. Let's see, what do we have here? Oh my god, is that like a second stage? Hold on, this is just like pictures of people with drinks. So this one? Oh fuck, you can't see that one there. I find it really, really cool, like how you're able to bring it together with so much detail. And I know there's like a really, really tiny picture. I should probably like open it bigger. Add to favorites, I could. But I want to save that for the finished product. So, anyway, today I don't know, like I really don't have a plan much. It's not Satige. I'm lazy and it's kind of annoying doing it in a small space, so I did a second floor to do it more easily. I can imagine that. Like the thing which I think you do very, very well is like the tiny little details, because you can make a pub and make it look very copy-paste. You can make a pub and you can make it look very much like someone made it in Blender. And there are definitely animations that really look like someone made it in Blender. And you actually make it feel like it feels like a place. It feels like an actual place. And I think that you like, I don't know like how well you do, like why you can do this so well. Oh, so it's like it's insane. Like when I saw you starting out, it was like you were brand new to this, and this feels something which is like super next level, and I'm so proud of saying it. Like I think it's really, really, really cool. So let me see if I can open this up. Yeah, there we go. We open up bigger. We open it up bigger so people can see what we're talking about. This is great. Fuck that. There we go. Look at that. Because, like, seriously, like, the light, the different colors of light, and then you come in here and then you have, like, it feels alive. Opening up the closet there. Damn, boy. Like, it really feels like there's a camera moving around here. Want to do a Blender stream and make an Xbox Series X as my help? Oh, wait, was this the wrong one? Which one did I open here? Oh, I opened that one. I would love to do a Blender stream at some point. The only problem is that my computers that are... Like, this computer can't open up the doors are going for the model. The doors of the closet, hold on. Where? Let's see here. Look at it opening. All right. Let's see. We have the light there. We have the light there. It doesn't look that bad. I don't really see it. I don't really see it yet. But the thing is, when it comes to like doing what's the word again? When it comes to doing Blender or anything creative, like this laptop that I have can't really handle anything, and this PC might be able to handle it, but it's like streaming at the same time, and when it streams, it's a really, really, really heavy load. This is a bar. Where's the blue tequila? Well, just ask him. See if Steph can mix up. Oh my god. I don't want to overlook you at work, Steph. You just do what you want to do. Do what you want to do, man. But yeah. Anyway, we're kind of, so right now, February, I feel we're kind of in a transitionary period of like the year sort of thing, where we're gonna have some games coming out. Actually, like, what kind of games are gonna be coming out? I'm kind of looking. I'm kind of trying to see like what can we be looking forward to. Games releasing in 2021. I'm actually quite curious. Let's see what we got. Gaming Forward 2021, 21 in video games. Actually, I think Wikipedia might be the best. Legit, the whole Johnny Silverhand Headland ingredient list, dude. Yesterday with what was it? Yesterday with Cyberpunk. I really enjoyed that Johnny ending. I've actually gone ahead and watched what the secret ending was like, and the secret ending is a little bit better, but it's very similar to the Johnny ending. But instead of like doing the Johnny ending, you just do it as yourself, and you have Johnny just like T-posing at the same time as you're going through it, and then when you come through, then basically like. The thing is pretty much the same. The thing is pretty very similar. That said, like overall, Cyberpunk. Did you do the power ending yet? What is the power ending? So I played the Arasaka one, which I really did not enjoy. Especially because I thought it meant a certain thing, and it meant an entirely different thing from which I assumed, and I really liked where that went, and then I wasn't able to make my choices, which kind of sucked. But other than that, like, I'm really glad I did Johnny ending, because that one was quite good. That was way much more of my style. I just didn't want to like have Johnny take over sort of thing, because I wanted to do it as myself. And then I watched Secret Ending. I haven't seen the Pan Am ending yet, but yeah, it's the Arasaka ending. What happened with Takemura? I have not seen what happened with Takemura yet. What happened to him? What happened to him? Oh boy. So that is something where I'm like, I've already enjoyed that. At the end of the day, it makes me a bit sad to see that there was only one option basically in everything, where either like there is no way like it will end up right for Fee. Which kind of sucks, but at the same time, I mean, that's also like the dystopian side of Cyberpunk, because Cyberpunk is probably not supposed to be a really fun game. Cyberpunk is not really supposed to be a entire let's say, did they die, or did you save him, and on the end he will appear, I think. Oh, you didn't do the Arasaka ending with Takemura. You're supposed to call him. Takemura showed up in my bedside. Takemura did show up in my bedside, but I wasn't able to like, when I was able to call people, that was the first time I was able to get back my control of my options. And then the first two people I called fucking hated my guts, and I was like, fuck this shit. Because I was really not happy with the Arasaka ending. That basically came from because I felt like I made a decision based on the idea that I thought that this lady Hanako wasn't going to betray me. I felt that this person was quite legit, and that her brother was like the evil Arasaka Empire, and if I could help her out, then I would be able to influence Arasaka and make it a little bit of a better place. But instead, her brother was trying to make it a better place, and even more so, like, I was kind of counting on that, like, she might betray me, but I'm way fucking stronger, and I can control the situation because I am in control. And I don't want to, like, blow things up just yet, but I can just blow things up whenever I want to. But I couldn't because, like, I did power for everything. I did power for absolutely fucking everything. This game is goddamn easy at the end. I'm actually wondering, like, is it always going to be goddamn easy? Because the sword that I picked up when I did the Johnny ending, that was the one that I used, which was the most overpowered one. I don't know how much my skill points worked on that. Because, like, basically, my skill points on that sword, like, I don't know how much of a difference would that make, but you're gonna be pretty overpowered at the end. Oh, he didn't, let's see, the brother was a good guy all along. Yeah, he pretty much was. He pretty much was. And, I mean, like, I could have seen coming that the father was still alive, which I didn't, which was kind of an oversight on my part. But I just really, really hate how I wasn't in control. Like, I was not being able to... Because, like, there was this weird disconnect where in the battle cutscenes, or like in the battle bits where where I could actually control my character, I was able to absolutely slaughter every single thing that came in my path. And I had, like, most of my things, like, pretty high up. So I was like, well, why am I not able to, you know, just, if things go wrong, take matters in my own hands? And I felt that I would be able to do that, and, like, it wasn't. And at the end, it was like, oh yeah, you, like, oh yeah, fuck everyone. It's me, Sam. I mean, with my rifle, I can walk to a place with 5 enemies in 10 seconds. They're on the ground. Not that, though. Kind of OP smart gun. Dude, the weapons get really, really good towards the end. So I do know that they're going to be adding DLC later down the line. And I'm kind of curious as to what that will be. Basic... Okay, so one weird thing. I'm kind of curious as to, like, how you guys feel about it. One weird thing which I found with Cyberpunk is that there's a bit of a disconnect between the story and the gameplay. First of all, in the sense of, like, how powerful you are compared to things, but, like, that's to be expected. Though there is this difference where it's like, oh, I'm slaughtering everything, and now in the story I'm kind of scared, even though I'm slaughtering everything. But I don't really mind it. The thing which I find weird is that they have this, like, 2-week time limit before you die. And if you don't progress with the main story, you never die. And it's like this very weird thing where in the game, I'm waiting 24, 48, like, hours and days on end for, like, someone to call me. And I'm not doing fuck all because I don't really care. I'm driving around wasting time. I don't really fucking care. And in the story, we have this, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Oh, you're gonna die. Which is a bit strange. I don't know how you guys felt about it. Because, like, I really didn't mind it whenever I was doing side quests. I actually really enjoyed that I did not have a countdown timer on my side quests. Because, for God's sake, can you imagine if you had, like, a countdown timer and you can, like, you had to, like, rush over your side quests? That wouldn't be fun. But, yeah. In 2022, I actually think that, Cyberpunk Timeline... Let's see. Oh, no, roadmap. Roadmap, that's what the thing's called. Let's see. Cyberpunk roadmap. Let's go take a look here. So, what they say we're gonna be having patch 1 and patch 2. I don't know if we've gotten both yet. No multiplayer in 22 or 23. No, I wasn't talking about multiplayer. I was talking about DLCs. Did I say multiplayer? So I was talking about DLCs because, like, it says we're gonna have free DLCs and free console update. It's gonna be more towards the end of the year, but that's something which I'm quite curious about because right now I've kind of played it. I think there's one or two side quests which I haven't done yet, but basically, like, I'm fine with that. So I'm curious as to where the DLCs will take it, especially with the end of the story right now. I'm wondering, like, what the quest will be. So yeah. Steph also asked. Here it's been 300 days since the lockdown ending, so my fellow frogs, how's you over there? Oh my god, it's 300 days. Honestly, I am quite alright when it comes to the lockdown, but also getting tired of it, if that makes sense. So the thing that I found is that I am, again, my life is not too much impacted, in the sense of I can still do most of the things which I'd like to do, but the thing that that I really kind of hate, that really like gets me down sometimes, is that last year when we went into lockdown, there were like 12 or 20 cases in the entire country, and we all went on lockdown. And what happened? Well, actually, no, there was 12 or 20 cases, and then like a week later we went on lockdown, and then like the cases went up to like 100 a day or something. And then we saw that very quickly, like, the cases started going down because we went into lockdown, and around summer, like, things were stabilizing. And then in the summer, people went a little bit mad with freedom, and then all of a sudden, everyone was, like, being infected again, and then we went into lockdown again. And you were expecting to see the numbers drop, but the numbers did not drop. And, like, we've been in a very strict lockdown since December, and, like, the numbers are still not dropping. It's still, like, 4,000 or 5,000 new cases a day. And I'm just like, where the fuck is that coming from? Who the fuck is still going outside right now? And it's just a bit, like, frustrating because, like, I don't mind to see, like, cases go down when we're in lockdown. I don't mind to see cases go up if we're not in lockdown, because that makes sense. But if we're, like, all trying to, like, do our very best to, like, not go out and not do anything and just, like, limit ourselves as much as we can, and then all of a sudden, like, nothing happens, it's just kind of frustrating. And it's, like, in the sense of, like, I don't know when this is going to end. In the sense of, I remember in March, it was like, oh, it's going to be a couple of weeks. And then, like, actually, a lot of experts said that. This is definitely not going to be a couple of weeks. But now, I mean, you were like, oh, it's going to be a couple of weeks. And, oh, by July will be over. And, oh, by September it will be over. Oh, by October it will be over. Oh, and in January, vaccines will come along. And, like, now I really don't know. Because the thing that I feel is, like, this year might actually be worse than last year. In the sense of, last year, we were on, like, 12 cases around this time in our country. And now we're on, like, 5,000 a day still. So I think that, like, if you compare the outlook of, like, last year to now, and you see how much of like a tighter lockdown we are in than we were last year, and we're still having, like, worse cases than last year, we might just be still, like, it might be much worse than last year. And vaccines are not really coming along, so, like, the thing is, like, it's kind of, I don't know when this is gonna end. And, like, before I saw an effect and I saw things were gonna end, and now it's kind of like, how long is this still going to take? So that's kind of the way I feel, but, like, how are you guys feeling about it? Let me know. Let me know. My social skills are, well, none. I mean, you don't have to be super social, man, to not enjoy what's outside, sort of thing. It does help that you can just spend your time focusing on things. I know that the more social people, like, are suffering more, and hey, you know, I'm sorry if that's you. But I just kind of miss traveling, sort of thing. That kind of stuff. But yeah, let's go take a look at, like, 2021 in video games. I mean, I know how to talk to people, except press X to dialogue. As long as you have those dialogue options, you know exactly what to talk about. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Alright, let's go take a look at what we have right here. So, major events right here. What do we have? We have EA. Oh yeah, EA is taking over Codemasters. I don't actually know what Codemasters necessarily makes. I think it has F1, but, like, let's see. Do they have, like, a thing of games right here? Games. Codemaster video games. Let's go with, like, Reason, because I'm more likely to know Reason things. Oh, so they make F1, Dirt, Grit, a lot of these, like, car driving things, I think. Great Motorsport, Overlord, Fellowship of Evil, F1. Basically, they make driving games. Pretty much, they make driving games. And EA is going to buy them. Damn. Alright. Blizzard will hold a virtual BlizzCon event so they can, like, sell their their thing stuff. Oh yeah, Google has shut down the Stadia thing. Stadia is going down, which is, I mean, to be expected. But anyway, upcoming things: January, February, March. All right, what are we gonna be looking forward to this year? It's this month going forward now. It's the 18th. We have. Is there anything out here that is Persona 5 Strikers? Oh my god, it's like some sort of, like, football game of, like, Persona 5. I kind of want to play Persona 5 too, but I want to play only, like, one story thing at a time. By the way, for, like, the story thing, like, I was kind of thinking maybe we could do now that Cyberpunk is over, maybe we could go into Deus Ex, because Steph has given that to me, and I'm quite curious to play that. We could go into Mass Effect, because the Mass Effect trilogy is kind of something which is coming up as well, or we could go do something else. Like, let me know. Let me know if there's any preference to get in Dark Sector. Ooh, Dark Sector could definitely be one. That would be interesting. I don't even know how long that is, but that is something which I've never played, even though like a lot of people have talked to me about it because like it's been very relevant with like Warframe. Let's see what else do we have here. Yakuza is gonna go to Windows. I think that's so loud. What else do we have? Hearthstone Apex is releasing something. Separate Showdown. Marvel's Defenders. Oh boy, that's a great going game. Anything else for Christmas? I want you to play. I want you to play it. You will suffer with me. On Christmas, do we have to wait like an entire year to go play that? Damn. Damn. All right. I mean, not much really that I'm really like looking at. I'm like, oh hell yeah, that's amazing. Also, I gotta turn the game down a little bit because I'm a little bit peeking. I asked Dark Sector on Christmas. Oh, did you get it on? Oh wait, you asked Dark Sector. Oh yeah. You gotta keep reminding me about things. I do forget. Oh yeah, we got Nier Replicant. What is this? Dude, I'm quite excited for that Nier video game, Nier Replicant. That is coming in April? Dude! Dude! Oh, I'm excited for that. Oh, that is the main thing that I'm really looking for. April 21st or 23rd. Nier Replicant. Oh yeah, I'm super excited for that. And then Mass Effect Legendary Edition, that's kind of like the Mass Effect 1, 2, 3 combined. I don't think I'm gonna get that because I have the original ones on Xbox, so I'll probably play it there. Let's see Mario Golf. Oh, I love that. They're fun party games. And Spainers, how's it going, man? How are you doing? We're going for what's coming up this year in games because we've kind of finished Cyberpunk, and I am quite curious as to like what is going to be up to look at. You have an Xbox, Michel? Yes, I do have an Xbox, but I have a broken controller. My left D-pad is broken because I hit it out of frustration. Anger is bad, kids, young fellow kids. Don't hit your technology whenever it's not behaving because it can break. Just shout at it and it will listen to you. Shout at it very hard. Oh man, congrats on completing Cyberpunk, dude. It wasn't an easy task. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I won't tell you too much because I know that you still like kind of want to play it at some point when you buy it back again. But let's just say that there were I made a choice which I felt meant one thing, and it turned out to be the entirely opposite of what I actually wanted to do, and I could not select any dialogue options because the game was bugged. So I had to go over like the main one, and basically that meant that I pissed literally everyone off. So yeah, I saw you were playing and it stayed out of the stream. I can entirely understand. So like the thing going forward is I want to go and have like 2 set days where I play for like story games, so that if you don't want to like catch in on them because you know spoilers, you can kind of stay away from those days. I do think it's fun because at the end of the day, like whenever we do games with like a story, and like especially now with like the stream, it was less with YouTube because I kind of play it ahead of time and you can't really comment on it, but like whenever we're doing it on the stream, basically it's our journey, and I really love that because I remember I started Cyberpunk and understood nothing, absolutely nothing about what was going on. Everyone's like, oh, this is gonna be great, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on, and I'm kind of like, hell yeah. I knew what happened. I got to the top of the game. I'm happy. Like I'm happy about it. So yeah. So like one of the main things I'm looking for is Nier Replicant. Nier Automata is one of the best games in the world. Fucking love it. So maybe I should look towards like playing Nier. Oh wait, Nier Automata I got to tie that in with Japanese. I need to get back to like the Japanese class thing. I have been kind of slacking on my Japanese because time has been really limited. But I'll see if I can do something better about that. Let's see what else we got going on here. We got Legend of Zelda Skyward Edition. Curious. Also, this is so weird. See, NS. It's like Nintendo Switch, but it looks so much like NES or SNES. Let's see. October, Ghostwire Tokyo, Shrey, and that is it. There's not much more here. Like, this is all kind of like what is not, like, it's gonna be coming out at some point, but we don't know. Cyberpunk, unknown. Cyberpunk is out. Oh, on the PS5 and Xbox Series X. Okay, I see. Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba. I think that's getting a season 2. I've actually not really played anime games. I do have a One Piece game, which I've played, like, out of nowhere one time when I was just only doing Warframe. I started doing, like, a One Piece stream. But I don't know how good they are. I'm interested in Bravely Default 2, Biomutant, and Nier Replicant. That's over 2021. Oh, let me go take a look. Bravely Default 2. What is that about? And Biomutant. Biomutant. Ooh, curious. Let me go give that a... Let's see. Bravely Default 2 is an upcoming role-playing game by Clay Networks for the Nintendo Switch. It will be published by Square Enix in Japan, with Nintendo handling in... Ooh, let's see if we can find something about that on YouTube. Because, like, I'm not really gonna get excited from, like, a Wikipedia page. No one get the text! Oh, the text! Oh, my lord. Let's go here. Bravely Default 2. Let's see what we got. I'm gonna mute the tab. And let's see here. Damn, look at that wiki girl. Those sexy paragraphs. That gorgeous spacing. Oh, I like the way that text is spaced. Oh man, this has a very distinct vibe to it. Wait, what the fuck am I hearing? What are you hearing? What do you mean you're hearing? This sound is not coming through, right? Because otherwise I would be able to hear it. Are you hearing this sound? You can't. Possibly. I don't know. Why is Michel enjoying checks and specs? Well, okay, like, I was just afraid that we had another Framecast moment. Oh, dude, because of the sexy wiki, man! You went to that wiki and you're like, mwah, mwah, mwah. I like the style of this game. I'm really curious as to like how it will look like on the Switch. But it seems like something that could definitely work on the Switch. When did Bravely Default 1 come out? Bravely Default Part 1. 7 years ago. Wow. Oh wait, was it 2D then? Did it just go 3D? Damn. Alright, Biomutant. Please hand over knife. This has to end. I'm cutting the Ethernet cable. Actually, the internet just died a second before I got started with the stream, so I don't know how secure we are. Let's say what we have here. Official gameplay trailer for Biomutant. And this is coming out on, let me very quickly see, Microsoft, Windows, PlayStation, and Xbox One. Alright. Biomutant kind of has a like newish vibe, like Warframe, Anthem type, kind of fond that title. Wow. That is a combination I would not be expecting. It's animals in colorful dystopian future in a Japanese style ninja type. What? What am I looking at? There might be subtitles. I just realized there's no subtitles. Whoa, I'm just gonna like fill in. And here we see the moon casting shadows of those which would obstruct the light of the moon. Here I'm riding the horse. Actually, that character is really small. It looks very colorful. It looks very well made. And here, Mr. Giant City Turtle is climbing out of his cage and going on an adventure, which is moving the city along. Let's see. What interests me about this game so much is that the characters can take on different jobs, which make them play completely unique. Makes them play completely unique. For example, you could make all your character summoners instead of having a huge variety of roles for Bravely Default. Ooh, I think I want to try it on Bravely Default 1 to have a bit of an understanding what's going on. But like that is, I think Sandy would love that too, especially when it comes to like mechanics and changing things around. I wish to be big, but I'm small. But I still wish to be big. I'm big, but I wish to be small, but I'm still big. I am like kind of in the middle. Ooh, I know I'm sick. I'm kind of big. It's kind of a dystopian animal, very colorful, fighting. Oh, wow. I don't know. This is the gameplay trailer? I kind of want to see some gameplay. This would definitely be something I would expect on Nintendo Switch, actually. This would definitely be a Switch game sort of thing. But then again, it does have swords, and I know that Switch isn't too big. I'm curious. It's Kung Fu Panda the Action RPG. Damn, actually that describes it quite well. Michel, you games like Minecraft, do you get seasick? If your answer is yes, no, then come play with us Space Engineers. It's crossplay now on Xbox and PC. Space Engineers. I actually don't get really seasick from anything, but Space Engineers, let me see. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, do I like let me swap here. Let me go here. What do we have? Games. Full library. Xbox Game Pass. Is on Game Pass? Let's see, you call it Space Engineer, so it should be down with the S, and otherwise I'll look it up at the store sort of thing. Remnant from the Ashes. Title sounds familiar. Let's see, you call it Space Engineers. Bada bing, bada boom, bada bing, bada boom. Seems like it's not on here. Then let's see, let's check it in the store. Actually, I kind of want to check first whether, like, if I go to the store, what it will show. Before I, show things which I don't want to show. Let's see here. I think I could swap back. Space Engineers. Ooh. What do we have here? Teen. Drug reference, fantasy violence, and more. Are you drug stuff? Is that what you're telling me? Is that what you're telling me? Over 4 million copies sold on PC. Oh wow, this is like space Legos. This looks like Legos. This looks like Legos in real life. Construct epic ships and stations. Dude, this literally looks like Lego. Like virtual Legos. Dude, does that look like Legos? Destructible blocks and environments. It's Legos. Damn. Oh, this is cool. Is this multiplayer? Engineer to overcome challenges. Craft things. Build things. Make cities. Share builds in an ultra creative community. Okay. Yes, it is multiplayer. Nice. Unleash your need to create. Oh wow. So it seems like you have different planets or something, so you can have different environments, and that this seriously gives me like the most Lego Star Wars vibes, without it actually being Legos or Star Wars. Now on Xbox. Dude, this is like the most Lego Star Wars, not Legos or Star Wars thing I've ever seen. That is pretty cool. It is crossplay on PC and... Wow, that's sweet. Hold on, let me see if it's on Steam as well. That is sweet. Space Engineers game. Cross-platform is something I always really love, because that means like more people can play it. Let's see. It wasn't Epic, and Epic it's cross-platform. Wait, it wasn't Epic? It was on the Epic Games Store? Let's see what I can find. The Epic Games Store. Actually, Epic Games Store should have like a new free game. Epic unlicensed services. Let me see. Space Engineers. It's on PC too. On PC it's actually $15. It's a little bit cheaper on PC. Yeah, they say it's similar to that. It does say single player here. It's a single player Steam Cloud. About this game, it's an open world sandbox game. Let me see what Epic has to say. I wish I was into building games. I just don't have the mind for it. I think it's fun whenever you have a couple of people that you're like having fun with to do it with. So I gotta go on IRL stuff. Call my help. Be right back. Be right back when I can. Go help. Go help out the damsel in distress or the gentleman in distress stuff. We'll see you around soon. The thing that I find when it comes to construction games, let me just log into this right here. Is that it is they're always they're quite fun, but you gotta play them together with someone. So the thing that I mean with that is if I just go and log into Minecraft and I'm just gonna like build things in Minecraft, I'm not really gonna have the time for that. Gotta have one of those captures right now. Hold on. I'm not really gonna have the time. A boat. Please give me boats. I'm not really gonna like. I'll think it's fun, but then it's like, yeah, whatever. I don't really care. Is it this? Hold on. I need to log in a second. Because Epic always logs me out of my things, which is weird. Oh, I gotta do the captures again. Captures are the worst. It's like, just keep me logged in. Keep me always logged in on the things that I've logged into. Anyway. Is that a really true build game about Valheim interests me? Hold on, let me check. Valheim. Here we go. Things you need to know before you buy. Alright, let's see what we got here. Flying with eagles. Still trying to sign in here. It's kind of mining. It's kind of adventure as well. Oh, for God's sake. Gotta get a code. Taking down trees. Fishing. I think Rust meets Dark Souls in a Viking world. Ooh. Oh, so it's also like super hard. If you die, you're just like fucking dead. I've actually never played these games like Rust. So like I have played these crafting games, which is kind of like Minecraft or Terraria, where it's you out and you just it's kind of sandbox. Not these crafting games where you kind of go out and kind of play against other players. That seems like a lot of fun too. Where it's you have your own camp, but I would love to do that with, let's say Defton would be down to do that. I would love to do that with Defton sort of thing, so that we can have our own camp with our community here, and he can have his camp with his community there, and then we can go and like do a little infighting sort of thing between us. Let's see. I have it here. I have the thing right here. I have the Epic Game Store right here. Let me go take a look very quickly as to whether I can find Space Engineers here. Kind of want to grab the thing. This game is PvE only. Oh, so no so like, does it have multiplayer though? Like, does it have like PvE multiplayer? Because the thing that I really want to find with games is either they gotta be like compelling story games, or they gotta be like fun multiplayer games. Because if they're compelling story games sort of thing, like I love to play them as like a game that we just play sort of thing, as a game that we go for. And if they're funny multiplayers, then we can play them on stream just together. But because if I'm just gonna be building my own thing, it's up to 10-party multiplayer. Ooh, only thing you do is prep for the fight, the bosses which are monsters, which is a Dark Souls part. Oh, I see. All right, let me see. Space Engineers. Do I have that here? Space. LP. I don't have it yet. Store. Let's see how much it is here. You guys can't see the screen, which I know sucks. Space Engineers is not on Steam. No, not on Epic. It's on Steam. Curious. I thought it was on Epic subset, but it's on Steam. So It's Steam and Xbox, and on Steam it was like $17, and on like Xbox is like $20. So yeah. Ugh. Anyway, I was planning to do a Framecast today, but the Framecast got canceled like the last hour, and yeah, I'm kind of like, I don't know. I don't know necessarily what I want to do, because there's not much entirely going on with gaming right now, so we can just sit and talk, sit and chat. Also, there's not much to fix or anything to do here with our hands. Like last time we took the Xbox controller apart, which was a fun thing to do. I would love to do some repair stream sort of thing where we just like take things apart. Like I especially love to buy things which are some like a little bit broken, and then you can like fix them. And then, like, because you fix them, like, you can, like, have them for cheaper, or you can have them for free sort of thing, because people give you just, like, their broken shit. You can make that work, dude. Like, I absolutely fucking love that. I did that on PlayStation 3. I've done it with more things. I really enjoy that, so. I want to do more repair stuff. That'd be cool. Like, I think when it comes to Legos, especially when it comes to, like, oh, what is, like, cool, exciting things to do, is, like, play with, like, adult Legos, which is pretty much just stuff. Maybe you can play something indie on Game Pass that you can just play while chatting if you want to play. Yeah, the thing that I also find is like I kind of want to like stream with a purpose, in the sense of I want to play something because either it piques my interest or it piques our interest, sort of thing, your interest or anyone watching. And I also want to stream with like some sort of idea. Like right now I kind of started to stream because I was like, well, fuck it, let's see where this goes. But I also find that if I don't know what to stream, I should probably not stream, because then it's like, yeah, I'm just sitting here and we're just going about whatever. And it's kind of like the direction, like the lack of direction, which I kind of want to avoid, because I know that it's a bit weird if someone's talking about things without like any idea behind it. So I might just not do a long stream today, because we did a really long one yesterday, 4 hours of like the fucking thing of Cyberpunk. Goddamn. But like, actually, speaking of this, what are you playing right now? Because like, I know you have a really cool library of things that I definitely would recommend. Play all of them, but you can't play all of them at the same time. So what are you up to right now? What are you doing now? Because I know that you had Nier to play still. You had so many. Nvidia, how's it going? Hello there, crazy man. Hello there, Nvidia. How's it going? How are you doing? Speaking of Nvidia, and speaking of graphics card, like, or anything, like chip manufacturers are having overtime and are not being able to keep up. Like, literally, we're in the worst time right now for buying anything hardware related. So I am finding anything that is like, you can't buy any consoles anymore. PS5 and Xbox Series are just gone. No one can get them anymore. CPUs and graphics cards are just gone. Nvidia is releasing the 1050 again. They're going back to the 10 series, and I'm like, oh my god. And fellow unhinged viewers, but yeah, like, it is pretty much getting out of hand. Car factories are shutting down because they can't get their hands on silicon and stuff, and it's insane. It's crazy. You're playing Persona 5 right now. Hollow Knight are my two main games. Oh man, I'm jealous of Persona 5. I've really wanted to play that for a long time, but like, I spent 100 hours per playthrough on Persona 4. I've did like 2 or 3 times, so I played a lot of Persona 4, and I don't know if I want to spend another 100 hours playing Persona 5 right now, because I know if I get into it, like, I'm really bound to it. Probably will. So, by the way, like, 100 hours sounds like a lot, but then if you think about it, it's kind of like 4 days or something. It's like a week. Like, every week you pass 100 hours, so sounds like way more than it actually is. So, Nvidia, how's it going? How are you doing? What are you up to? What are you up to do today? Right now? Yesterday completed Cyberpunk. Today I missed the Framecast, so like we're in a bit of a intermediate type time or something. I'm gonna have to figure out what I want to do tomorrow. I don't know. Like, back in the day, like, this is something which I really wanted. Like, back in the day, like, I only did Warframe. Like, regardless of what I do, I would always play Warframe. And so tomorrow's stream will just be Warframe. I'm like, how did I do that? Because what's interesting now? I'm just playing Guild Wars 2 in my free time. Guild Wars 2. I've heard of that. Guild Wars. I've actually never played that. Guild Wars 2. Content updates that add story. Ooh, I like that. I like that cover. Guild Wars 2. Celebrate Lunar New Year. Play for free. Damn. I'm gonna check this out. Oh. I haven't played Guild Wars in forever. I've never played it. Warframe's basically a good day game to me right now. It doesn't matter what new guns come out if there isn't anything challenging to fight. So, no! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! I don't want to get in trouble with music. Oh my god. That's a fucking big dragon. Why does he have teeth on his like tongue? Is that like a normal thing? Seems very horribly inefficient. Colors. Guild Wars 2. Join a Legion 11 million strong. Damn. I have, like, I'll check it out. I'll check it out, because I've actually not... I've heard about that before, but I didn't know what kind of game it was. So I now know it's, like, things in a dragon mob, yeah. I actually made a video recently about, Warframe. I was just talking about, like, what I feel with Warframe. And actually, the fun thing is, let's see. It's actually like one of my better viewed videos, even though I recorded in like just one single like take sort of thing. It was just my hot take sort of thing, and apparently 150 people were like, oh hell yeah, gonna watch that. So that's right here. I talked about like Warframe 2021, and there's a lot of interesting comments there, and I've learned some of the things which I thought was rather interesting. So basically, like one of the things that I just feel with Warframe is that like it hasn't progressed, and like that's kind of the point where I make where like right now like this is where it was at the start, and if you go to where it goes to right now, where let's see where do I explore that. Basically, like everything has been like side grading. We've talked about this on stream before. Basically, everything's side grading and it's not like really going forward much. So I really want something to move forward, like the new war or kind of like anything. And then I heard that like there's a Railjack update coming up, which is going to be integrating Railjack better into the system, like integrating it with like regular missions, integrating it with better types and stuff. So yeah. And the video says it has an interesting monetization scheme. Guild Wars 2, there's no monthly subscription, and you own the expansion permanently once you buy it. Oh, so like you buy the expansions, which is where they get money off, and they probably have some like microtransaction thing, I would say, or not. I think it's very easy, like how or very interesting how games do freemium models, because it is pretty much a way forward right now, since I feel a lot of kids that are growing up right now with the internet, especially when it is like when they grew up playing Fortnite, and when they grew up playing Warframe, when they grew up playing Destiny, which is partly free. Like people grew up more and more with the idea of free-to-play games. Like when I remember when I was growing up, when I was a wee little lad, free-to-play games were pretty shitty, and Warframe was like one of the first few games that was actually kind of good for a free-to-play game. But it was like very, very new to have a free-to-play game, unless they were like browser-based games. But even so, they were pretty rare. And now I feel it's pretty much people kind of expect it, especially on PC, to have like a free-to-play game. And I think on console is also going to be more and more expected. So once games move over to a freemium model, at the same time, you're going to have this problem where one thing which I really found when it came to Ghost of Tsushima, when I bought Ghost of Tsushima, whenever I played it, I never felt they were forcing me to like buy a microtransaction or continue to play it. Same thing with Cyberpunk. Like it feels like these games are made for me. It feels like I buy it and it's made for my entertainment. It's not made to like keep me playing, to have like a higher number in the chart, or like get me to spend money. It's here, I give you money and you give me something fun. You try and make me enjoy it as much as right now. So the thing is that like there is a lot of benefit to like games that you buy, but I wonder like how much the landscape's going to change the more generation grows up that's very used to free-to-play games, and how, especially like how this will, like what kind of interesting monetization schemes we're going to find. Also, Dragon, how's it going, man? How are you doing? So what we're doing today, we are doing a Framecast replacement stream, and I really don't know, because like yesterday we ended up with the end of the Cyberpunk series, so that's left a big gaping hole in my heart. So yeah. Right now, Destiny's free-to-play is completely boring. All the free stuff is gone. I wouldn't count Destiny 2 as a free-to-play anymore, more of a demo. I think it's absolutely crazy, the thing with Destiny. Right now, Destiny 2 is a money pit. I really wonder how they're going to move forward, because I think it's so weird how they just removed all their content, especially when that was like free-to-play accessible content. And yeah, Destiny is always like I've never really been able to follow it. It's like what entirely their idea or their plans are, but it's interesting. And don't forget, there's some AAA MMO are now pushing subscription. I mean, subscription is generally something that a lot of things are pushed towards to. Like, people would love if your phone would be on a subscription. Like, basically, they want your phone to be on a subscription because you buy it, and then if you want to change anything about it, like, basically, like, you gotta go to the retailer that sold it, and then, like, let them replace it. They want to have cars be on subscription, like Tesla's pushing for that. Like, they want everything to be on subscription because at that point, you don't own anything, and you just constantly give them money if you want to use it. And I think the best method of, like, the best way of, like, seeing a subscription is basically when it comes to, like, renting. Renting is basically a subscription on your house. And I think it's ridiculous. I mean, like, I can see why people rent. But, like, I have my grandparents that just, like, moved a couple years back. And they moved out of a house they lived in for years. And houses, like, you know, if you buy them now, they're going to increase in price. Like, houses always go up. And it's like, they've lived there for so many years, and they have only rented it. So instead of like having a house which is worth $500,000 to $1 million, which like pretty much if you're here in Holland, especially if you're close to a city, like just a regular family home is already like $500,000 to $1 million, or euros, I should say. It's like either you would have had that to sell, or right now you've just paid rent all that time. You own nothing, and that is something which I definitely see that there's a different situation when you buy or when you rent, but I think that is something where, you know, there is a lot of benefit for a company to just like have people on subscription models. So, and I'm not the biggest fan of it. You have to pay for the, let's see, you have to pay for the DLC and the season pass to do all the content, to do all the content. What assholes? Yeah, Destiny 2, man. Like, you pay for the DLC, even though the DLC, like, I was glad that I got on Game Pass because Shadowkeep was fun, but, you know, it was it Shadowkeep? No, it was Beyond Light. Beyond Light was fun. Like, the darkness was kind of cool. But what was it, like 40 or 50 bucks did they charge for it? Like, I don't know if it was 40 or 50 bucks worth it. And then you have this, like, yeah, what's going on there? I've been playing Elder Scrolls Online lately. Oh yeah. I looked at that recently. Let's see. Hard to agree on that. I kind of really regret buying Beyond Light in the seasons. I'm so glad I was able to get it via Game Pass, so that I don't have to feel bad about like buying it. But it feels a bit weird. Destiny never feels like I would trust them all that much. Warframe neither, but that's more of like a. I don't trust Warframe on like kind of like a personal basis. When it comes to like on a game basis, I trust them way more than I do Destiny. And Destiny, I have no personal connection with them at all, but I do kind of really not trust them on like a game basis. The best summon I've found is Swatter. It's 15 bucks a month, and it's staying subbed for a month gives you all the expansions that have been released up till the start date, and yours up to the start of your sub permanently to you. There's a bit of a restriction for free-to-play players, but it's also alleviated a fair bit once you sub once. I like that. I really do. I think it's like this really weird thing where the thing that you find with subscriptions, like the moment you start putting money into it, like you gotta keep pushing money in order to continue to play it. But at the same time, the game can't offer it for free because obviously, like, where did they get the money then? Let's see. And the subscription there is questionable. With ESO, they have all the gates and limits, and the sub can fix all that. Oh man, actually, like, but ESO is also paid to get in, right? Like, this is one thing which I really don't like. I don't like it when games are pay to get into and then buy subscription, because then I still feel like I'm still gonna have to give money, and then I'm like, why is it not free to play with subscription? And that's one of those things with like live services, like why live services are so weird, because on the one hand, like as a developer, you have continuous costs. Like look at Anthem right now. Anthem is bound to be shut down like soon or not. Like either they're gonna expand the team and like revamp it, or they're gonna let it go, because it still costs money to keep it up. Like, even if people are not playing it, it still costs money to keep it up. And they got 30 people actively working on it, but, like, 30 people can't entirely change the entire game. So, what are you going to do? Are you going to spend money to, like, make sure that, like, maybe people can get in it again, or are you going to, like, let it go? So, it's going to have constant money pouring in. But at the same time, you don't want to play a game where you constantly feel like every single time I play it, I give money away. Because that doesn't feel like fun. It doesn't feel like, oh, I'm playing this game because this game wants me to have the greatest time. So, yeah. Let's see, ESO is paid to get in, but there's tons of content there. Oh, okay, so... But they still have... The gates are limited, or was that to another game? But they keep you to have to either pay for DLC or an expansion to unlock permanently or subscribe. Oh, okay. I see. There are restrictions for free-to-play players, but also alleviate a fair bit once you've subbed. So, yeah, like that's one thing which is just like... weird when it comes to games. Like, for example, like Minecraft is one of those things where Minecraft is a game which you buy once and then you continue to get updates, and like you never worry about they're trying to sell you something. But at the same time, it's insane. Like, I think I bought Minecraft for like $20. The fact that like I can give a company $20, I give them $20, and then they're gonna like continue to develop a game for years and years, and then just give me all those updates for free. Like, how many man hours and how many salaries have been paid ever since I spent $20 on Minecraft? Like, a whole lot. So like, it is pretty insane, like, how their business model works. Like, they got a lot of money, but still, it's like pretty insane that I can buy that and then still get all that for free. And that's like one of the weird things when it comes to games as a service sort of thing, is if they say, oh, if you want to, you got to pay for new updates, then you kind of get left behind because you're going to have a player base which is either going to play it or not going to play it, and it feels like rather like the game is locked away. People don't like that. If it's a subscription, like people don't like they constantly have to pay. If it's like a pay upfront model, then can you even afford that? Because if people will only pay that once, and I don't think that's worth it. But then like if it comes down to microtransactions, it's like you got to inconvenience the player in order to like have them to spend, and then like the player's enjoyment is not the most important thing. So that's a really, really weird thing. It's like I really like live services for like the multiplayer element, and for the thing that it continuously evolves. And I remember there was a very clear time at some point where I was like, why is not everything a live service? Like, why do I buy a game right now and are they not continuing to work on it? Like, I think the first game I thought about that was like Mass Effect Andromeda was like the first game I played after Warframe, and I really loved like Mass Effect Andromeda in a way. There were issues with it, but I thought it was alright. And I was like, why did they not continue to work on this? Why are they not continuously building this out and building this out with another system and another system? Like, there's so much they can do. Because there is definitely worth in like this game which continuously like never ends sort of thing. But at the same time, because of that, you have to sacrifice that the main goal is no longer to satisfy the players, it's to make money. So yeah. Let's see, but to keep up, you either have to pay for the, well, let's see. Well, there's one very large cost that a game like Minecraft doesn't have to deal with, that MMOs have to deal with: the money vacuums our servers. That is indeed very true. That is indeed very true, and I think that is a really interesting idea when it comes to like how Minecraft is set up, that you have to create your own server, and then you see like how many people just run servers by their own. Like, that is pretty damn cool. Well thought out as well. So yeah. There's one thing I wanted to get on. I don't know what it was anymore. There was something when it came to subscription models, running a free-to-play game, having a game to... Shakes, what's up, dude? How's it going, man? Hope you're doing alright. Let me see. Actually, I think it kind of relates to... It's very similar to, like, online video content or, like, stream content as well. Like, actually more video content. It's very similar to... online video content as well. It's like, if you look at TV where you have to pay for channels, or if you look at TV in the sense of like, I think that's still that something like Amazon Prime is still TV in a sense. It's online TV, but still sort of TV, because you don't really have comment sections, you don't really have ratings that you can look at, you don't really have that interaction because it's like TV shows. The thing that you have with that is that if you look at it in a modern lens, it's very outdated in the sense you can't watch it for free. You're going to have to pay up first, and then you can only watch so much. You're not going to be updated all that much because the series is going to have to be filmed. It's going to take time. It's not going to be like engaging with the audience. But the thing that you do have with that is that these series can be filmed over a long period of time. Like, I recently watched James May, Our Man in Japan, which is a great series from like made by James May about Japan. It's a really, really great thing. I think it was filmed over like 12 weeks. And that's the thing which you can't really do when it comes to YouTube, when it comes to like online video, which is free, and most of the time that comes out to YouTube, is that requires a lot more active, like much more an active posting schedule, because otherwise you're not going to make that money. And what you also find is that whenever I watch that series called James May or Man in Japan, like, that thing has been made to entertain the viewers as much as possible. And I think that YouTube tries to do that too, but at the same time you will have that thing where it's like, buy our merch, check this out, go follow me here, go follow me there, because the thing that the video is not the product. The video is trying to get you to buy things, or trying to get you to do things, or trying to like sell itself for sponsors, so that can make money. And that's one of the weird things when it comes to like this free model, is like, on the one hand, I really enjoy the content is free, because I really enjoy just like open up my phone and just like watch a lot of videos, and like I don't have to worry about like throwing like a paywall. And especially when I was pretty young and didn't have no money, then it's nice. But at the same time, it is something to wonder about. It's like, you're gonna be surrounded a lot more with things that aren't made for your entertainment, but more made for money. And that is something where, like, I'm kind of wondering about, in the sense of, like, especially when it comes to children's entertainment, like, oh my god, I would never, if I had a child, I would never give them YouTube, because that's, like, the worst thing I can imagine to do. Let's see, doing good, Nate. You, dude, I'm whatever. Just having a chill day after, like, completely Cyberpunk yesterday, so it's kind of like, it left a hole. We're just filling it with small talk. Let's see, I'll be honest, I would pay for a Warframe sub. I would if they proved themselves. Because that's the thing, like, a lot of people are like, should we all buy Prime Access so they can make cool content? Should we all do this so they can make cool... The thing which I find with Warframe right now is that I really hope, and that's also what I said in that video, is like, I really hope that it can prove themselves this year and, like, move the needle forward instead of sideways, so that, like, right now, I don't think Warframe is in the greatest state. So, yeah. Let's say running Minecraft servers can be quite a lucrative business. Yeah, I mean, like, I've heard people making over 100K with it. It can also be very, very stressful. Let's say, Heard, are you planning on playing anything today? I don't know. Like, do you have any suggestions? Because, like, the thing is, like, I don't really want to, like, stream without direction. I don't really want to, like, open up a game and be like, oh, let's just fucking open this, and then tomorrow I won't play it because I wasn't really all that engaged in it. Because I've done that. I've done those streams before where I would just, like, go out and, like, oh, I'm gonna play this game, and I played it for, like, one stream, and then the next day there was something which was actually important, or something went on, like something that we all actually all cared about, sort of thing. Right now, I was actually intending to do a podcast today, but the person I was going to do the podcast with had to, like, wasn't up to it right now, so that's going to come later. So right now it's kind of like filling in for a podcast. So we're doing kind of like a one-way podcast where I podcast with you, but I'm going to read out your messages out loud, so I can't do silly voices. Right? I mean, I could do silly voices for you actually, but I won't, because, you know, I want to respect you. And also, I'm a little bit tired. Did 5 hours yesterday with Cyberpunk, so that was insane. Let's say it's technically made for your entertainment because they need to entertain you to make money. Yeah, but there is a difference though. So, one could say that because of that, like, with that logic, something like someone like a Jake Paul or Logan Paul would need to entertain as well. And I think there is a degree in which they probably do, because they have people that watch them, so they probably entertain in a way. But you would probably not have a paid TV show where you have to pay for, like, an Amazon Prime or Netflix show, like, release a song in, like, one of their shows where they're like, buy my merch, buy my merch, buy my merch. Because that's also something they need to do. And in a sense, like, the way that they integrate sponsorships is like, go and watch a sponsor. Oh, this thing, yeah. Like, there was still this element of, like, trying to sell. And I'm trying to, like, get rid of that as much as I can from, like, Twitch, because I think Twitch also has a really, really big underbelly of that, where Twitch is kind of like, a lot of streamers are like, oh, please watch me, please follow me, and I'm like, as you're following me, please go drop me a subscription. Oh, please go and, like, give me money. It's like, I really try my best to, like, remove that as much as possible. I really appreciate people that's up, but I don't really ever want to push that because I don't like that undertone myself. So, but at the same time, like, it is a necessary evil because people are giving content for free. And if you want to continue to do that, you're either going to have an income from something else, or you're going to have to have something else. So yeah. With the way DE has pushed the game, I can't imagine myself considering to pay for a Warframe sub anytime soon. So, like, let's say, I was hoping that with subscription to Warframe, DE could make use of that for more content. See, like, that's the thing. It's like, Warframe has not been doing bad. Like, what I see is that in the years where, let's actually go back to this video that I made, in the years in which, like, we progressed the furthest right here, Warframe had only like 40 employees when they started out with, like, this Star Chart thing. They had, like, almost 100 employees when they, I think, yeah, 100 employees when they made the second Dream. Then when PoE came out, they scaled up from 100 to 200 employees. So they've grown a lot. But I think that the last big thing from Warframe was PoE, because that was, like, the last big thing, which is, like, really different. Fortuna was also pretty good, but it was kind of like an iteration on PoE. But the last time they really did something crazy was, like, with PoE and then Fortuna, kind of. And they had 200 people. They were at their peak. And afterwards, it's kind of all been kind of stale. And, like, Railjack, I can imagine that be, like, an amazing thing to create and build from the ground up. But they have had the resources. They are owned by Tencent right now. Tencent has a lot of money. So I don't think money is necessarily the issue. Like, it might be the way that they organize. Because, like, that's something which a lot of Warframe channels have, like theorized over the years. It's like, First, people said like Warframe is such a small indie dev, so they're probably gonna need more money. But at the same time, Shakes, thank you so much for that follow, dude. I appreciate it. But like over those years, people have always been like, they need more money, they need more exposure. But do they really? Because they have gotten a lot more money, they have gotten a lot more exposure over the years. But what happened? Like, what do they do with it? And like people have often wondered about like how are they structured? Like, are they even efficient in what they do? And like, I don't know. Looking at how they leave things behind, sort of thing, like how they create something and just like move on to someone else, might seem like they have a short attention span. So like the thing is that when Warframe was brand new and they had like 40 employees, and this was like the last thing that the last ditch effort they did to save their company, I would have said, yeah, I mean, like they're making a game which is pretty damn promising. Everything they've thrown out so far looks really promising. If you give them more money, they probably will make something better. Right now, I don't think money is the issue. But I really don't know. We can't pretend D is like a small indie company with a little research anyway. It's got over 50 million players. Seth, what's up? How's it going, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. So I'd like if money was like they first got to prove that money isn't the issue. Like that would be like that would be the same thing as me saying right now, you know, if you give me a subscription now, then I would make this review video, which I'll make that tomorrow. Because like the thing is, like for me right now, like a lot of things are like just time. A lot of it just like time issues, and like that's something we're like planning. My planning and time is like not really all that great because like I'm juggling between like training 20 hours a week, like trying to stay fit in this lockdown time. Doing university, doing Twitch, doing YouTube channel 1 and doing YouTube channel 2, and like maybe a little bit of Japanese at the time, but like I'm trying to juggle all of that, and like I'm not really all that good at it. I'm trying to get better at it. I've decided to just like take YouTube and Twitch for like I really do like I enjoy it. I'll just have fun with it, and like if something doesn't come out, like the world still turns. But like giving me more money right now in this situation, it's not really going to change much. And like I know that's a really shitty thing. Like that's the stupidest thing that any content creator could say. But like that's not really going to change much in the terms of like, yeah, I could make better content. Like there would be a whole like there would be an endless heap of money. I could probably hire an editor to like help me out with things. But like I don't think that money right now is the issue. Like yeah, you could give DE an endless amount of money. They could hire every single game dev in the world, and they would probably make a better game. But I don't think they might need better management. Then again, I don't know exactly how the management works, but that has been like the main running theory with like Warframe channels over the years, because of like how, I mean, like they've made statements like, oh yeah, the new war will definitely be out before 2020. It's like, how do you make those statements? And like, but then again, CD Projekt Red does it too. CD Projekt Red releases something too, and Anthem released too in the States. So maybe it's common amongst the game industry. Like we don't know, but I would not put my money to Warframe right now in a bit to, oh yeah, I'll give them money, see if it improves. So, yeah. Were you able to save the day, Steph? I hope you were able to save the day. Save the day with everything that needs saving. Oh man, I still need to find a way. So like, this is one thing that I'm trying to figure out. A couple of weeks ago, like I said I wanted to make like an LED light from wood. So I have like the logo here, which is going to be like an MP, which is like right here on the hat. And the idea is that like there will be a circle around this, but I need somewhere to like hold this thing down, because I mean, like the way that I've done it, you see, like I've done it on stream, but then it didn't quite work out. Is like I use a projector to like project the image on there and then trace it with like a pencil. But the problem that I find is like if I place it against the wall, like it's always gonna move, because if I place it like straight up against the wall, it's gonna fall over, and otherwise like if I place it like this, then it's always gonna move. So I'm gonna have to find a way in which like I can hold this down somewhere in a way that it's like not gonna move. I'm trying to figure that out. Once I figure that out, like I can trace it and I can get it cut, and then we can make something cool. So that's one of those things which I really, really love to do as well. I like make things. Din, what happened? We're just chilling. How's it going, man? How's it going? We're just chilling today, just talking, just chatting about stuff. I don't know, just chatting. That's what this thing is called, right? Well, the statement of the have bad management is apparently mostly from reviews from former employees from sites like Glassdoor. Yeah, actually, wasn't that Red Colliers or something, or someone that showed that first? Glassdoor. Oh no. let me see. I don't want to focus on it too much because I don't think it's worth shitting on right now. I thought Framecast was today. Yeah. The person was gonna do it with had to drop out because of like personal issues. So I was by myself, and I can't really do a podcast by myself. I mean, I could technically, but it would be kind of weird to do. Let's see here. So yeah, no Framecast today. I can't, like, at the same time, like, I can't quite like expect people to, like, that's one thing. It's like, if I would at some point get like a production company where like basically my YouTube channel becomes a business, then I could like have people hired, and I would like be able to like 100% expect them to show up. But yeah, a podcast by yourself, that's called being Destiny. Imagine it's like you're doing a podcast with the voices in your head. I am actually. I am. Pretty much. Not the game, the streamer. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. I've seen clips of him. He seems like someone that just like debates a lot and just does it for the sake of debating. I can definitely have seen myself going down that path, but the thing that I also find is I think it's fun to debate anything with like people that I like. So like I'm happy to talk about anything with you guys because I think it's fun. But I'm not one that likes to debate things with like literally anyone on the planet, because at a certain point, especially when it comes to things where it's just like, yeah, should this happen or should that happen? Like if you're not actually gonna change it, like I'm like, yeah, what's this going on? What's going on now? Like, come on. Well, we're not real. I mean, no, you're actually just letters. You're actually just like text. Actually, you're not even text. You're just pixels on my screen. It is just because if you would abstract right now, you'd be an alien looking in right now. You'd see me talk to a screen with colors, with colored squares, and based on the colored squares, I'm talking to that screen, and there's nothing that's coming back, and there's no one that's listening to this right now, and there's just this one rod that's kind of like absorbing the sound waves, but there's not much more going on than that, which is kind of strange. So yeah, that is that is kind of fun. The way that goes. He is communing with the spirits. I am indeed communing with the spirits. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Anyway. So what are you up to, Jen? What are you up to? Let's see. I don't think reading comments and screaming at the mic so fast to the point that you start saying words that would most likely put you in the hospital ain't it, Chief, but I get what you mean. Screaming on the mic so fast to the point that you start saying words that would most likely put you in the hospital by someone. Like, I have not seen much of Destiny's content, but like I've heard that it's just like I've seen clips of like I'm like I want to have a conversation with people that are interested in having a conversation, and if I can learn something from you that I don't know, I think that's interesting. If we can just have a fun conversation because like we just enjoy hanging out together, I think that's fun too. But if we're like, oh, we're disagreeing about something, and then we can't actually like change that something, like we're not the people that are in charge of fixing it, but we still disagree strongly on something, but like we can't actually fix anything. It's like, all right, most of the time that just devolves in like one giant shouting match, and nothing's gonna get changed. You're just both gonna feel shit, and like yeah, you know, I can go and like spend my time just like staring out a window. I'm gonna be more productive in the sense of I'm gonna feel better. I haven't done anything, but I'm gonna feel better. So, you know, that's how I sounded. I have considered doing some sort of like debate show sort of thing because there is something behind it. And I've been fine just cleaning my room for a bit, and then I'm fixing this ice. Oh, still the ice going on. I've heard some like very very bad things about like the southern parts of the United States where. Apparently Texas is like frozen over and they cut power to save money or something, and then people are like fleeing it. Exactly what I mean, but I digress on what people like. So yeah, winter is hitting hard. Winter has really hit hard. Then again, this is a really weird thing. Last week it was -10, -11, -12, and now this weekend it's gonna be 15 above 0. So like we've changed literally 30 degrees over one single week. Like I don't know what's happening now. I don't know what's happening now. Like we're really rapidly shifting temperatures here. So weather's been weird. Weather's been weird, but I mean the entire world has been weird. So yeah, Texas is prepared for something like snow. I can't even imagine like you go to Texas and there's snow, man. Like that, it is so southern, right? It's like the most southern part of the United States. It's like it's always warm. Like it would kind of be like if California or Florida had like snow. I've never been to these places, but like from what I've seen, it's always like sunny and warm and hot. Not like really like snowy. It's not really gonna be my prime winter destination. Actually, no. Like I would like to do that once. Just like go to a very warm place during winter to kind of like escape the winter snow sort of thing. But I mean, it's not really something on the table right now. Not really something to do at this point in time. Like Las Vegas had 1 inch of snow one time. They all closed all schools. God damn, boy. God damn. I mean, like we will shut down all trains and public transport whenever there's like a single fleck of snow. So, from what I heard from someone I knew, yeah. I mean, like we kind of cope with snow, but also not. So yeah, like we had a code red when it started to snow, and we had a code red when it started melting. A code red means you stay at home. And I was kind of like, why do we even bother? Because we're all supposed to stay at home, but you know. Anyway, that is, some people still needed code red when they were already told to stay at home. Other than that, is there something? I was thinking about something. I don't know. I lost it. I absolutely lost it. So. Let me see if there's something going on in the gaming news. Gaming news is also already like gaming in this time is kind of boring right now. NVIDIA just issued a challenge right here. NVIDIA just laid down an open challenge to hackers trying to bypass the RTX 3060 cryptocurrency mining limit. NVIDIA is laying down the gauntlet for code-savvy miners as it claims the cryptocurrency's hash rate limiter on the upcoming 3060 graphics card, which is applied in software, not on hardware, is unhackable. No, it's not. No, it's not. Specifically, NVIDIA tells PC Gamer that it believes the software cannot be hacked to remove the limiter. NVIDIA would trust. This limiter is being the one intended to prevent miners from zealously chasing down graphics card for use in blinding chipping away at cryptocurrency for a heavy profit. Actually, for a heady profit or heavy profit? I actually don't think that the profits in like cryptocurrency mining is all that much, because there's a huge like energy cost and a huge upfront cost of like buying the machinery and the equipment and like keeping it all cool and keeping it all running in a steady environment. I actually don't know. The main cryptocurrency of choice today's enterprising GPU miner is Ethereum, so that's exactly why NVIDIA's block will prevent the graphics card from mining. The new limiter will have the hash rate of the RTX 3060 when specific parts of the Ethereum mining algorithm are detected. Actually, that is curious. That is very, very curious. I don't know what I think about that, actually. What do you think about that? Because this is something strange, okay? You buy a card, like you buy a piece of hardware. You own that piece of hardware. So then I find it really, really strange that that piece of hardware will then be programmed to stop working as good as start working worse whenever it detects you're doing something. It's like, well, it's my hardware, right? I choose what I want to do with it. I choose like how, like, isn't that strange? Like, isn't that getting into the territory where it's like, you know, if I want to let's say if I want to like use my phone to like place a phone call, that's alright. But if I then want to use my phone to like play a game, it will just blow up. Or if I want to use my phone to you know, take let's say we live in a take a picture of like a political scandal sort of thing, it will just blow up because no, you can't. Or you want to find the truth, oh no, you can't. Like, I know that's like kind of far away because like right now they're just doing it because miners are just scalping up the fucking shit out of like the very little limited supply there is. But it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird that like I buy something and I'm not allowed, like it's kind of like actively trying to hinder something that I might do with it even though I own the product. So NVIDIA says, I've had to go to school with a little over half a meter of snow on the ground. Damn. My school board did not give a single shit. Roads are completely iced and so called for a road sale. The board is laughing as they had to take a day off while forcing students to go to class. Damn, dude. Like, we've had like 12 to 14 centimeters of snow, which is the most I've seen in my entire life. We do some art, perhaps. I don't think actually like we did get a drawing tablet. I'm kind of wondering if I could borrow that, but I don't think I can today. The hope for NVIDIA. Hold on, let's go back here. The hope for NVIDIA and mild manners to gamers everywhere is the block will remain in place and see these cards make their way out to gamers. Might as well then perhaps look to the mining-specific CMP, the cryptocurrency mining processors for their need. NVIDIA's new cryptocurrency mining graphics card don't impact the availability of GeForce GPUs for gaming. As far as the new cryptocurrency GPUs. Curious. Cryptocurrencies made GPUs. A dedicated GPU for professional mining. Dude. This fucking title, dedicated GPU for professional mining. If you like wouldn't this be a page if like you showed this in 2012 or 2010 or something that people would just be like, oh, this is made for professional Minecraft. Oh man. But yeah, the RTX 3060 will be the only card to come with a limiter in place. NVIDIA tells us it's not limiting the performance of GPUs already sold. So yeah, if it's just like a software thing, especially when it's a software thing, not a hardware thing, it's already on cards that are out there, then I think it's pretty hackable. The RTX 3060 will be the only card to come with a limiter, as is not, it's sure to be a popular card too, as all the Ampere GPUs have been. Although, even more so choose $329 price tag. No one's going to be able to buy that for it. I can tell you right now, you can't buy that at all because it is going to be sold out. Of course, they would release a specialized mining card. Oh man. Whether we will see more stock stick around on that day as a result of the lowered mining demand, we're not sure. Well, there's gonna be no stock. It's like lower, like more stock stick around. More of like zero is still zero. So there's still incredible demand for PC parts, and undoubtedly the cheapest Ampere GPU off the lot will be the most popular by volume, as we've seen in the past with more popular cards such as the GTX 1060, which will probably be released soon again. That's just opinion. Any move NVIDIA can make to keep as many GPUs as possible in play for gamers will be absolutely welcome. This is one thing which I find kind of strange, right? It's like I feel gamers are being like put up very high when it comes into media, but also very low. So you have this thing where it's when it comes to YouTube doesn't give a shit about gamers because they're kind of like, oh, it's kind of like, oh yeah, no, gaming videos just. If you talk about like, oh, I'm a gamer, actually, I'm a gamer is becoming such a. It's weird because back in the day, like you would like, I remember you saying that you played games was really looked down upon because like, oh, you spend your entire day playing games, and now it's kind of shifted where you'll just like introduce yourself, like you have an introduction round, and someone's like, yeah, I'm a gamer, I play like 3 Sudokus every day. It's like, well, yeah. But yeah, like that's the thing where I'm where do I want to go with this? Oh yeah, so gamers is like a lot more common, but at the same time it's still something which like in the media has also still been like, well, you know, a lot of people want to say like, oh, I'm a professional gamer sort of thing. Then at the same time you have this thing when it comes to like building PCs, like I'm using my PCs primarily for streaming. I'm streaming games, but I'm using primarily for streaming, primarily for video editing and like After Effects, that sort of thing. But like, if I want to buy that, I'm getting like I'm building the exact same PC that like a gamer would. Like they're selling it as gaming PCs, like that's supposed to be sexy. But it's like I think there are so many more people that are using like Ryzen 75 and Ryzen and like a GTX 1080 to just build like the best performance PC rather than like the best gaming PC. But they're always like clowning that in gaming, and like right here as well, it's like this phrase right here where it's like I know this is PC gamer, but like I know that any other news article, like tech article, would describe as well, to keep as many GPUs as possible and play for gamers. It's like, well, big chance there are people buy PCs for many more reasons than just gaming. So like I always find that real obsession, like with especially tech channels have that, where they're like they'll build every single like gaming PC. And it's like, you know, like not everyone buys their entire PC just for gaming. I know that like I'm kind of speaking to the wrong crowd here because, you know, I would, but you know, a software limitation is going to be bypassed on day one, if not day 0, especially if there's already a previous exactly the same configuration card that doesn't have it, because then you already know like what the thing is like. The software is already out there, so calling someone unhackable, I think it's just a ploy for them so they can sell more units, because people are just going to try and like get one so they can hack it. Might just very well be something like that. If stores were physically open, well, we would be able to get our hands on these, but with online purchasing, we can't compete against the techie folks with buying bots entirely. That is like a big problem. It's unfortunate because like I was like in October I'm gonna build a new PC. I got the money prepared, I got everything, and I was like, yeah, no, I can't buy any parts. I still can't. It is 4 months later, 4 or 5 months later, almost half a year later. It's soon it will be, and there's still no parts around. Can't buy anything. That's insane. This year is crazy. Well, most people forget that GPUs are also used for actual work. I mean, like, yeah, that's what I feel. I think GPU, like, a computer with like a GTX 3080, like, I think more people look at the GTX 3080 as like, I'm gonna GTX 3090 as, and like, I'm gonna use that to do simulations. I'm gonna use that to do rendering. I'm going to use that to do my job. Like, more people will actually be buying these things because they want to do their job than that they want to go and play games. Like, I'm like, I don't really mind that they're really pushing that, because at the same time, like, I think it's pretty cool in the sense of, I think gaming is really nice, and I enjoy that whenever something comes out that it supports it. It's like, people like it. But at the same time, like, I really think it's strange whenever I look at like Linus Tech Tips, which isn't a gaming focused channel. Like, every single PC they make is like, oh, it's about gaming. Oh, it's about gaming. It's about games. Like, not really. Like, focus on something. Like there are way more ways in which you can use a PC, which are probably going to be way more common. So yeah, I want to get a new GPU so I can build a gaming/mining PC. What would you mind? It's pretty nice. What would you mind? Get the GTX 4060 and hack that thing. Hack that thing right now. I'd get a PC, but they're mad expensive for me due to personal reasons. I mean, PCs are quite expensive, especially if you compare them cost effectiveness to consoles. Consoles are quite cheap, especially when they're brand new, because like, you're getting pretty good hardware with a controller for like a very low price, like $400 or something. That said, Ethereum or Bitcoin? Ooh, well, let me know how it goes. So the thing that you find is, like, if you want to go for like the least amount of money sort of thing, if you don't have that much money to spend, consoles are generally a better way to go, cost effectiveness. That said, when it comes to the overall picture, I think that when it comes to like, you gotta pay for internet, you gotta like, you don't really like, you can only use it for gaming. Like, for a limited budget, consoles are the better buy. If you have a little bit more money, then PCs are definitely the better buy, because they're a lot more versatile. You have a lot more control over them. But that's just like kind of this, like, it really depends on your situation. And actually, one thing which is interesting, though, right now, like, I was gonna bring up laptops, because a lot of people buy laptops because they're like more suitable to, like, you buy this entire thing, like, you buy a laptop for like $500 and you get a screen, you get a keyboard, you get a trackpad, and you get an entire computer in one. If you spend $500 on a computer, you still gotta buy a screen and everything. That said, I do feel laptops have a really low life expectancy. Like, I do think that after a couple of years, they kind of like wither away. I've bought my laptop that I have right here for like $1,000 in 2016, and right now it's already getting kind of slow. It's still alright, but it's also because it's a higher end laptop. But like most other laptops I've got weren't all that good after a couple of years, and that makes me think like I was kind of thinking about that, and like, basically, like, a computer would still be like, a desktop would still be better about, unless you want to move around. However, right now, even if you wouldn't want to buy a laptop, because maybe laptops are easier to get by, people have actually started using laptops to mine as well right now. So, well, you'd hope that people who need powerful PCs understand what's good for a gaming PC is good for their work PC. So only talking about gaming capabilities is a non-issue. I mean, kind of, but at the same time, like, for example, like, I'm looking for a PC that can really run the best, run Premiere in the best way and After Effects in the best way, and also do streaming. And like, those are different ways. Like, I mean, Premiere and After Effects are kind of similar, but you also have, like, I'm doing streaming, and I'm also running simulations for artificial intelligence course that I'm doing. So I kind of want to see, like, how well does, like, my CPU and my GPU, how well do they perform on the simulations? How well do they perform on OBS support? Like, oh, you can have hardware accelerated GPU rendering with OBS. How well do they run with Premiere? How well do they run with After Effects? Maybe how well do they run with Vegas? Because that could also be relevant at some point. But they never really go in depth about that. Like, it's always about CSGO, Shadow Tomb Raider, this game, that game, that game, that game. I'm like, I don't need 10 different games to show me the gaming performance. Like, if you give me 4 or something like that, like, I'll know generally what it's like. But, like, instead of giving me 10 games, give me, like, actually, let's give me 5 games. Give me 5 games with benchmarks, because most of the time they're rather similar. And then give me 5, like, utilities, like a common simulation, maybe folding at home or something. Do a Premiere Pro, do a OBS streaming hardware accelerator, like those kind of those kind of use cases, because there is a big difference in the way that, like, there's still a difference in the way that AMD makes cards and hardware, in the way that Intel and Nvidia make cards and hardware. So some are better at, like, multi-processors, some are better at single core processors. So, like, and then unless you really wanted to go in like what kind of core processors like are my programs individually using, it would be nice if there would be some sort of overview, because there's also something like smart access memory and yeah, like how that plays a part, especially when you buy a full-fledged AMD PC. Like how does that impact it versus like a AMD and Intel PC or an AMD and NVIDIA PC. So yeah, if I get a PC, people on PC, Destiny, PvP are probably gonna think I'm cheating if I use my Xbox controller there. Watch that happen. Destiny 2 PC players will probably be very upset if you use a controller, especially if you kill them, because they'll feel that controllers are probably gonna be the cheap, easy way out. I don't give a fuck, honestly. I mean, you shouldn't, because I mean, Destiny 2 PvP is already like a whole bunch of like crap. Yeah, it's not for me. So like, if you can rise and be good in those situations, which I tried hard, but I couldn't make it. I couldn't make it happen. If you can rise above to the challenge, then you shouldn't give a fuck about anything, because you're honestly one of the better players out there. Maybe Destiny itself should bow down to you, the game, or the streamer. I mean, I don't know. Destiny PvP is kind of a joke, nah. Anyways, because there are some people that actually play in controller. I mean, yeah. I mean, there are also people that play Warframe on controller, especially PvP or things like that, because they prefer that. Weird people, man. I know. So yeah. Yes and no, in my opinion. So why yes and why no? Let me see here. Oh, Hitman Free thing has been resolved, so people can now import from the first 2 games and they don't have to buy them again. That was something which was quite interesting at that time too. So yeah, nothing more news going on for furthermore. So that was Framecast Podcast. Woo! That was it there. Yeah, there's not a lot going on. I think that I'm gonna be looking for something to do tomorrow. At least I will not have like an hour to figure out what the hell I'm gonna do. So I think I'm gonna end the stream here though, because it's getting late. Actually, it's not getting late, but yesterday was late, so I kind of want to get some time to relax and unwind. This was really fun too. So like, this is not like I'm stressing out over this, but I really enjoyed the just chatting. I really love the just chatting streams. Like they're nice, they're chill. And I feel like I have a lot more time to focus on like what the heck's actually going on, rather than just whenever I'm just playing a game as well. So let's see, because if you think about it, I really like the mobility and quick thinking I have to get in Destiny PvP. At the same time, Bungie has been neglecting PvP for the most time. I can definitely see that like there's a lot of merit in like the way that the game plays. It was just very much unlike anything I've played before. So I mean, like I still think that Warframe's PvP could also have some merit in the way that the movement system works, but it's just horribly executed. At least Destiny is playable, so that's really good for it. So yeah, that is something where PvE games that make PvP, most of the time, like there is a point. I can see why they're going for it, but most of the time it's not very well executed, which is a little bit unfortunate. So let me see who is live. Oh, Defin is live right now. Let's see what Defin is up to. I was going to pop on by him, I guess. Let's say hi to him. Let's go there. Oh, he's just chatting as well. So many people just chatting. So many people out here. Let's see. He's talking about Mars, I guess. Oh no, is there hype train incoming? Fuck, I hate hype trains. I'm waiting for this to load. There he is. So like, Defton has found the corrupt feature, but hasn't found anything to fill it in. So it's just like a lot of like dead space around here. But he's doing something, I guess. Anyway. Thank you all so much for watching. I think we're gonna end it here. I'm gonna send you guys over to T Defton right here. If you don't know Philippe, he's a pretty cool guy. He talks about a wide range of things, so like how he fanboys over DC and Marvel, and then immediately he'll go over Gatorade in the toilet. What a connection is, ask him. He was talking about that on his stream on Monday. First he was fanboying over like how DC and Marvel things are amazing, and then he went like straight into a picture of Gatorade in the toilet. I have no idea what was happening because I had the stream on mute because I was preparing something, but that's what he's up to. And he does some Defton things, does 10-0 challenges. Actually, he doesn't do them anymore because he's not a 10 anymore. He's a T now. He's T Defton. Warframe's PvP is playable. It just requires a high skill floor. True that. But then again, like, there is also something with like things. So like the servers aren't the greatest. So anyway, check out my boy Defton. Check out Defton. See what he's up to. If you like him, drop him a follow. And otherwise, you know, I'll see you all tomorrow. I hope you have a great break. I hope you have a great rest of your day, I should say. Some of us like think too fast before I speak. Have a great rest of your day, and yeah, keep on strong during this time of Corona. Oh boy, hopefully it will end at some point. I'll see you all around. Goodbye.